Sure. All right. Let's focus on abhyasa again. You see, we have been studying these sutras so far, and we have reached the second section of Samadhi path. The first section, the first session means the first section of these 51 sutras was about the, in general, the dynamics of mind or how the mind functions and how we get associated with whatever mind perceives. These are sutras and therefore they need elaboration because chitta vritti nirodha yoga chitta vritti nirodha, which means what? You have to understand few things here. First is yoga, second is chittam, then it's vritti, and then comes nirodha, the action part, right? So all of you know what is yoga. Hmm? Yoga is twisting the body. Yoga is being able to do Kati Chakrasana along with the Matsyendrasana. Yoga is about your capacity to touch your forehead to your knees without bending your legs. Hmm? Patanjali says this is not yoga. Yoga is chitta vritti nirodha. And chitta is that mind per se, complete mind, right? Total mind has been referred to as chitta. Then you must understand what is vritti. I talked about that. That vritti word is also having its root in vritta. Vritta means circle, right? So vritta is a bigger circle, vritti is a smaller circle. Okay. So your mind moves in circles. You all agree your mind moves in a circle, right or not? Mind moves in a circle. It jumps in a particular way and ends up to the same point where from it started, right? This is how mind functions. You begin with a thought pops up, then you give all the energies and attention to it. It hops to other places, goes to different things, different situations, different memories, different imaginations, different misperceptions, different ideas, wrong or right, hmm? Compares it with the presented situation, hmm? Goes into a stupor, you don't know where you are, and all that happens. And once that circle gets completed, you're back to the same idea. This is called chinta. Okay, back to the same idea. What will happen now? You see, you begin with one instance, one incident, one experience of life, which may be good or bad. It does not matter whether it is good or bad. It's only your vritti to pick up one idea, revolve around it, and come back to the same point again and again. This is called vritti. Okay. right? This is called vritti. And this is a tendency of mind which we need to overcome. Then chintan would start. The right thinking will start. And only with the right thinking, you can get to that illumined state of mind, that pristine state of mind in which it is supposed to be, the kind of mind you were born with. You were not born with such a mind, let me tell you. You were born with an open mind, free of all prejudices, free of all preconceptions, a mind which was ready to learn, mind which was ready to accept its flaws, right? Over time, you have trained it like this, that it moves in circles. And there are favorite circles, there are unfavorite circles. But it doesn't matter. Mind will move in circles whether the thought is good or thought is bad. That has become the tendency of mind. It doesn't move in a straight line. So chitta vritti nirodha means, I would roughly say that you need to get rid of circular thinking. Understand? You need to get rid of circular thinking. Thinking over the same thing 100 times a day and not arriving at any conclusion whatsoever. this is the training you have given to your mind. Correct or not? Thinking about the same problems, same issues, same good things, same bad things over and again, revolving your all energies, your all attention, your all awareness, your all imaginations, your all smritis and everything associated or connected or unconnected, pile it up around that point, है ना? और गरबा करो और खुश हो जाओ, right? Right? So mind's natural tendency is garba. To revolve around one point. Right? And this is, we are representing it. This is how we have said that we need to revolve our mind around, if at all it is revolving, we need to revolve our mind around the good locus points, comfortable locus points. The vrittaya panchataya, the vrittis are of 5 types, klishtah, aklishtah cha. So you have to move from klishta means discomforting circles to comforting circles. If at all it is, you have not gotten rid of the vrittis, you have to learn to move from, you have to learn to give command to your mind to move away from klishta circles to aklishta circles. Means you should be able to direct your mind to move away from what is not comforting and creates a suffering or creates agitation to another state, another perspective, another point, right? Which is aklishta. This is the beginning. Beginning of yoga is to be able to think about positives, things which support you in your development, things which support you in creating a better environment within, right? Which is comfortable. So the first approach of a yogi should be to become comfortable in this life. Now, this statement is a misnomer. Why? Because life is not going to be comfortable. You have to be comfortable with life. You thought that life will become comfortable and then I'll become comfortable. No. Life will continue to present itself in various forms which you like or don't like. Because this is what life is. Okay? Life is unpredictable. Life happens on its own way. It doesn't happen according to us. Okay? It happens in its own way. It unfolds it in its own unique ways. What is our job then? We can't predict what will happen next moment. We can't predict. But for sure, something will happen. Good or bad, that's your perspective. You see, people may say that the birth of someone is good, death of someone is bad. Acha, tell me, when a terrorist is killed, do you feel good or bad? What does it mean? Death also can be felt as something good, right? And when a Ravana is born, even the birth can also be taken as something which is not comfortable. For example, if you're not agreeing with the Ravana example, you'll say the Ravana will become Ravana when he grows up. How can we predict now and become sad about it? Then let me tell you, even the birth of someone becomes a problem when it is not up to your expectation. For example, a child is born with some birth defects. Then what happens? Then what happens? The same phenomenon of birth becomes discomforting to you. So life is in such a way which will present itself in most unpredictable ways. And let me tell you, only that much portion of life you experience as much you give space to in your mind. See, at this moment, out of 100 plus countries in this on this globe, how many countries you are concerned with? How many countries are revolving in your mind, or your mind is revolving around how many countries? See, countries exist. See, these many countries exist. These many systems exist. These many economies exist. These many cultures exist. But you are only revolving around one or two. That means you have given space to those things in your mind and therefore you're experiencing them. So you can experience only those things which you give importance to. Now tell me, are we interested in suffering? Are we interested in depression? Are we interested in anxiety? Are we interested in stagnation? Probably none of you would agree that you are interested in all this. But it is your choice. You can give that space to these things in your mind. You can give space to anxiety in your mind. And then your mind will be like, it will do garba around that. Put up an object or incident of anxiety, and then your mind will start doing it. So, what do we need to do? We need to have that much control what we are placing in our mind escape or mind space as of now should be our choice. That's the beginning. The beginning of yoga is, therefore, not chitta vritti niroda, but making the vrittis of mind from uncomforting to soothing. Please understand. This is the beginning of yoga, which means a person who is happy go lucky is already on the path of yoga. You may not call him yogi, but he is moving towards yoga. He can become a yogi. A person who is not so, and the one who has complaints about everything and anything, the one who has issues with everyone and no one, then himself, he can never go to yoga. He can never become a yogi. He can never perfect the yoga, right? And I would like to read one, the beginning shloka of Patanjali's Yoga Sutra, which will, there is a shloka also, by the way, in some books you will find this shloka, right? And that is the salutation to sage Patanjali. Okay, and that I will just read it for your understanding. Yogena chittasya padena vacham malam sharirasya cha vaidyakena yo apaka yo yah apakarot tamam pravaram muninam patanjalim pranjaliranatosmi. Okay, now you don't understand this, so I'll have to explain what it is. Yogena chittasya, first of all, we are bowing down to sage Patanjali in this. Sage Patanjali, Pravaram Muninam, the one who is the highest of the rishis, highest of the munis. Sage Patanjali, we are bowing down to him. Who is this Sage Patanjali and why you are bowing down to such a person? Patanjali himself is bowing down to himself, probably. So why? What has he done? What qualities he has acquired that he himself is bowing down to yourself, to himself rather. Acha, has it not been a case in your lifetime so far when you greeted yourself and you congratulated yourself and you became full of respect for whatever you did? Tell me. If you are honest, you will accept that at many of the occasions in your life, upon your decisions, upon the way you handled a situation, on certain decisions, most of them materialistic though, that you congratulate yourself that I purchased the property at the right time, thanks to myself. You see, whatever it may be, but you greeted yourself, you respected your own being, your intellect, yourself as a person. Yes or no? So it's a natural phenomenon that when we do something outstandingly good, we have reverence and respect for ourselves also. And we must have that. Recognize it. There's nothing wrong in it. But in the path of spirituality, we don't, bow down to ourselves for purchasing a property on right time. Right? Or marrying at right moment. Or proposing at right moment. Or breaking up at right moment. No, we don't. Sorry. Right? We will congratulate ourselves. We will have that respectful vision of ourselves only when we have done something to be able to become a better, more joyous, more humble, more humane personality, a more a person who is in control of situations and all that, right? That capacity we are bowing down, not the decisions per se. Understand? So in a spiritual system, we do bow down to ourselves, but when we have achieved something, some inner qualities which are capable of creating klishta vrittis to aklishta vrittis. For example, you have faced a life situation which is drastic, which is horrible, but you have gained that power to handle it with a smile on your face, with a resolute mind, with confidence and courage. That's the point. Then you have to, then you have a occasion, then have this occasion to even bow down to yourself. Right or not? So few things you should learn, that you must create this capacity, you must cultivate this capacity in you to be able to be full of reverence and respect for your own personality, right? And how? By taking such actions, disciplining yourself in such a way that you become happy with yourself, right? Aja, tell me, how many of you curse yourself when you are not able to take, not able to follow a resolve which you generally take on 31st of December, even to the second day of the next year? Don't you curse yourself? And suppose you are capable, you become, you become capable of furthering that resolve. What will happen? I'm sure you will be very happy, right? You will be happy with yourself that I took a decision to stop getting up at 10 o'clock and instead 8 o'clock. Now I'm happy with myself. Is it not? This is how we respect ourselves. So that means by inculcating right kind of discipline, by inculcating a mind, by developing the capacities of mind, which is capable of taking everyday life with a pinch of sugar, as I say, not pinch of salt, with a pinch of sugar, which means every situation you accept and see the sweetness of it. You see, the biggest of troubles which anybody can face, they always come with some opportunity of development, opportunity for growth, right? A businessman losing his wealth, losing his original business, has this opportunity to resurrect himself and prove the capacity to himself that he is capable of resurrecting his business, even if after heavy losses. Yes or no? So that opportunity, maybe that business was his ancestral business. He would have gotten it from the family itself, maybe, right? And then the business is lost. There are heavy losses, etc., etc., and the person is not capable of lifting it up from the lurches. Then there is a problem. Then that means the person has not been able to develop that capacity. Correct? So only in the hardships you get the opportunity to work on yourself and prove your mettle. A person who loses his parents in the early age, right? If each one of you know about Steve Jobs, how much happy he would have been with himself. Steve Jobs, an orphanage child, the one who was handed over to orphanage, I think, right? He grew up becoming the CEO or in the leading position of a company which is the leading company in the world, the number one company, iPhone, Apple. right? How? How he would be seen by the people around is not the matter. How he would view himself is the matter. And tell me, if the situations were all right, he was born to Ambani's, Adani's, or Tata's, or Bill Gates, and then he would have achieved this. What was so great in it, right? Not having any parents, being brought up in an orphanage, he brought out the best in him. So the challenges gave us that opportunity. Somebody losing parents in the early age, now that person has an opportunity to develop himself in such a way that he is capable of not only bringing out the best in him or her, but becoming an inspiration to everybody, becoming an inspiration to someone. That you see, I did face a tragic situation in my life, but now I have taken it as the challenge and as an opportunity for myself to grow beyond this issue. Right? This should be our goal. So taking life, every situation of life, with a pinch of sugar. See something positive. Because you see, life is full of negatives. Why? Because we are full of expectations. See, there is nothing negative, there is nothing positive. Negative, positive is defined, or rather arrived at, based on our expectation, right? Based on our expectation. If our expectations are met, we say it is positive. If our expectations are not met, we say it is negative. There is nothing positive, nothing negative. So, tweaking on your expectations in the backdrop of reality is yoga. Why? Because you may expect someone to live for 1,000 years, but does anyone live for 1,000 years? You may feel that my old parents should not leave me, but does that happen? Has it ever happened? Has anybody's parents been with them for the generations to come? No, they leave. At the end of life, they will leave. So what will we do? We need to learn to set up, to rather work on our expectations based on the background of reality. What is the reality? The reality of life, the one who has come to being, the one who has been born, is supposed to go one day. Today or tomorrow is not the matter of fact here, not the point of concern here. But the fact is that one who is born is going to go. Our expectation may not be that the person goes today, but he or she may still go. What do? Recognize the reality of life. The reality of life is that people who are born, even us, don't discount your own being here. Even you who has come to this life is not going to be permanently here. Therefore, recognize this fact. The one who has come will go. And anybody who has come on this world will go. Right? Anything which has come to you will not stay forever. Recognize this, and then your expectations are okay. You may feel a little jolt, you may feel little jerk, you may feel little what we call sankshobha, but later on, immediately you will recognize you will be ruled by the right understanding, and therefore your expectations would be set in the backdrop of reality. Right? Let us tweak our expectations. Let us work on them. Let us make them clearer and more closer to the reality, in conformity with the reality. The reality of life is that nothing is permanent. And then every situation which comes to us comes for our growth. Once we understand this phenomenon, that any situation in life which has been given by the ultimate divine is for our growth. We may go on complaining that why did that happen? And why should that happen only to me? But look at it. By way of situations, God gives an opportunity to outgrow our own expectations from ourselves. Right? This should be kept in mind. To become a yogi, to become someone who is capable of respecting himself, he has to work on his mind. Yogena, yogena chittam. So someone has to purify. The Patanjali has been bowed down only to make him a legend in his field. He has done what to become a legend? He says, Yogena chittasya. He has purified. He has strengthened. He has normalized. What? Chittasya yogena means he has purified the mind from its impurities. Yogena chittasya, that means through yoga, he has purified his mind. Padena vacham. Padena vacham. Vacham means the speech. Okay? Let me tell you a very, very important thing in this path of yoga, and even in the path of Tantra. You have been listening to Shiva Sutras from me. You have been listening to many other you have listened to my commentary and my expressions on different scriptures. In each and every scripture, whether it belongs to a tantric tradition or yogic tradition, they will tell you that the words we speak are of importance. Okay. Because the words which you utter, and the words you utter in three ways, you already know that. One is called a vaikhari. A vaikhari is that speech which is heard by others. You speak, you hear, and others also hear. Okay? Vaikhari. Like I'm speaking now and I'm audible to you, you are listening to me. This is called vaikhari. But I can shut my mouth and I continue to speak to myself. That is what most people are good at. And everyone is good at. When you shut your mouth, are you quiet? Are you not speaking? You're speaking to yourself. You're talking to yourself. You're muttering over. Like that is called madhyama. Madhyama way of speech. And madhyama way of speech is the one in which you need to work on. Whatever you are speaking to yourself is more important than what you are speaking to others. For example, if you are very sad, somebody asks you, how are you? How are you? And you say, I'm fine. But inside your mind, 1,000 things you're brooding on, and you're not fine. So tell me, by saying I am fine, anything became fine? Or you became fine? No. Why? Because internally, in your mind, you are giving reasons to yourself why you should be miserable. You see, anybody can be unhappy and miserable by justifying it. Unless you justify your misery, unless you point out to certain reasons for your misery and you say it's natural for me to be miserable, which means you're justifying, you can be miserable. Otherwise, there is no possibility of you becoming miserable. And how do you justify? Using your words. Using your words. यूजिंग योर सेंटेंसेस। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अरे भाई किसी का भी बिजनेस में लॉस हो जाएगा तो वो दुखी तो होगा ही ना। see, see, this is the dialogue you are speaking to yourself and telling others also, by the way, because whatever you speak in Madhyama, 90% of it is going to come out in Vaikhari. So the way our thoughts are organized, the way we are speaking to ourselves will be reflected in the way we are speaking to others, unless until we are schizophrenic. Okay. Otherwise, whatever is going on in our mind, it will be reflected in our speech. And a confused speech, a meaningless speech, means a confused state of person and no priorities, nothing, no wisdom within. Okay. And you all know what examples I give and relevant examples I give mostly. And sometimes I'll tell you, I ask, or bhai, how is your sadhana? My question is, how is your sadhana? आचार्य जी ठीक नहीं चल रही है। अच्छा, लुक एट दिस सेंटेंस। साधना चलती है या चलानी पड़ती है? बताओ। इसका मतलब है आपने जब ये कहा, द मोमेंट यू सेड कि ठीक नहीं चल रही है, आपने गलत सेंटेंस यूज किया है। अब कोई करेक्शन का चांस नहीं है। पर द मोमेंट यू से इट राइटली कि आचार्य जी ठीक से नहीं चला रहा, भाई पढ़ाई कैसी चल रही है? बस ठीक चल रही है, ठीक से ज्यादा नहीं चल रही है, बस ठीक ठीक चल रही है। चल रही है? अरे कम ऑन, तुम बोलो कि तुम ठीक से नहीं चला रहे, ये सेंटेंस यूज करो ना, यूज द राइट सेंटेंस। राइट, अंडरस्टूड? पढ़ाई कैसी है? ठीक नहीं चल रही है। अरे व्हाट डज इट मीन? इट सिंपली मीन्स जो कहना चाहते हो उसको सही तरीके से कहो। ठीक से नहीं चला रहा हूं, तब आई कैन होल्ड यू। ठीक से क्यों नहीं चला रहे हो? अब जो तुमने पहले ही कह दिया ठीक नहीं चल रही है, एज इफ इट इज अ कॉन्शियस बीइंग, अपने आप चलती है। लुक एट इट। यूजिंग अ राइट सेंटेंस, यूजिंग द राइट स्पीच will tell you, will yell at you, what are you speaking? Only if you get the right understanding. Right understanding, if you get, start using the right words for the right things, properly formed sentences can liberate you from wrong thinking. You see, पढ़ाई ठीक नहीं चल रही, पढ़ाई ठीक नहीं चल रही, पढ़ाई ठीक नहीं चल रही, ऑल द टाइम यू से दिस। एक मोमेंट पे जब तुमको क्लैरिटी हो जाए, वंस यू आर क्लियर अबाउट इट एंड यू से मैं ठीक से पढ़ाई नहीं चला रहा हूं, द मोमेंट दिस हैपेंस यू आर एनलाइटेंड। क्योंकि अब आपको पता चल गया पढ़ाई चलती नहीं है, चलानी पड़ती है। राइट और नॉट? क्यों? नौकरी कैसी है? बस चल रही है, मजा नहीं आ रहा। अरे मजा लिया जाता है, मजा आता नहीं। लुक एट इट। किसी चीज से डायरेक्टली मजा आया, जब गए मजा लेने तभी मजा आया ना। दुनिया में कितनी शराब भरी पड़ी हुई है, किसी को मजा आ रहा है शराब का? बस शराब का मजा लेने जाओगे तो मजा आएगा। इतने सारे स्पोर्ट्स होते हैं, देयर आर सो मेनी टाइप्स ऑफ स्पोर्ट्स। वो मजा आ रहा है आपको? मजा आता नहीं है, मजा लिया जाता है। तो कोई अगर कहता है नौकरी में मजा नहीं आ रहा, अरे मजा आ नहीं रहा, तुम मजा ले नहीं रहे, सॉरी। मजा लिया जाता है, मजा आता नहीं। लुक एट इट। and I can destroy all your statements here right away. And you will understand. Now, I won't do it. Why? Because there should be some homework. Unless until you develop this habit of observing your own statements on your you become aware of your own vacha, means the speech. Will I be standing in front of you within your head, because so many things you don't say, you keep saying it in your mind? Who will correct that? A teacher will correct. Teacher will correct a grammar, or the spelling or something about a sentence which you have spoken. If you haven't spoken yet, you are speaking it in your head. How can someone correct it? And therefore, I'm saying I'm not going to give you all the examples and all the instances where you're speaking wrongly. You need to find out. Okay. So learn about it. When you say so, when you make any statement, purify it from its impurities. So Patanjali has done it. And that is why he is so happy about with himself. So much so that he is bowing down to himself, right? He can bow down, not you. Why? Because you have not worked on your impurity. So yogena chittasya padena vacham. Okay? Padena vacham. Paden means, see, a sentence is formed by certain segments. Those are called pada. Pada means what you call, you see, a sentence has two parts: subject, predicate. I don't need to get into grammar. Then there is a verb, there is a noun, and so on, so forth. Verb, adverb, noun, everything, right? So if you're not using the right verb, right? If you're not using the right verb, if you're not using the right, subject becomes predicate, predicate becomes subject. Like padhai chal rahi hai means what? Look at it grammatically. पढ़ाई चलती है? नहीं, पढ़ाई चलाई जाती है. Use the right word. सब्जेक्ट को प्रेडिकेट और प्रेडिकेट को सब्जेक्ट मत बनाओ. नाउन को वर्ब मत बनाओ. राइट? राइट? तो क्या होगा? What will happen? Your vacha will become pure. Yogena chittasya. Now we will work on it. This is the highest thing. Patanjali always speaks about this, the highest, the first, yogena chittasya, the purification of mind by yoga. Then the lesser, the grosser mind, the vach, padena vacham, the spoken language, spoken words are the grossified mind. Okay, and then the grossified sentences, grossified language is your body. So body purification he also talks about, and the statement is, he says that yogena chittasya means you'll have to work on your chittam, the substratum called mind or chittam, will have to work on it using the processes of yoga, right? And on this what you call, on your speech, you have to work using the right kind of pada. Okay. And malam sharirasya cha vaidyakena. This is the final one, the grossest one. Malam sharirasya cha vaidyakena. The impurities of mind are cleansed using the processes of Vaidyaki, means medicine. And what is medicine? I'll tell you the secret today. Ayurveda secret. Ayurveda calls the food as aushadhi. Okay. The food is the medicine. So by taking the right kind of food, you are already, you already start, by taking right kind of food, you already started purifying your body. But let me tell you, the state of chittam and the language you use will be reflected on your body. Someone who says, someone who keeps an agitated mind will be reflected in the body. No aushadhi can cure it. So Patanjali rightly starts from the chittam. Yogena chittasya, padena vacham, right? Malam sharirasya cha vaidyakena. He purifies. He says, I have purified my chittam using yoga principle. I purified my language, the language I speak, using the right kind of grammar, right kind of understanding of language, by purifying the padas, by placing them at the right place, by putting them at the right place in a sentence. I make clarity of my speech. Speech which is pure, speech which is uncontaminated. नौकरी चल रही है is a contaminated speech. नौकरी चला रहा हूं is a right kind of speech. चिंता हो रही है is a wrong speech. चिंता कर रहा हूं is the right speech. सुबेरे उठ नहीं पा रहा हूं is a wrong speech. सुबेरे उठता नहीं हूं is a right speech. So use the right speech and you will be guided. See, you will be guided intuitively. No teacher is needed. The yoga has begun and the Guru Tattva has been invoked here. You see, we talk of Guru Tattva, Guru Tattva. Where is Guru Tattva? Guru Tattva is here. Right? So, and Malam Sharirasya cha Vaidyakena. Now, after having done all this, few impurities are tied up to the body. For those, you can take medicine. Right? Why they have gotten tied up to your body? Let me give an example and then you'll understand. See, most of people you would have seen, they continue brood over some or the other issue. They continue, they are crybaby. On each and every sentence, Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati. Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati. Okay? On every sentence, on every occasion, on every little thing. And if such a person continues to use his life only to celebrate the suffering, what do you think his body would be like? I'll tell you. You stop complaining about the world and 90% of your body problems are gone. See, I'll tell you. Why body acquires diseases many at times. When you start complaining about people, things, situations, politics, weather and whatnot in the world, the mind and the body complex recognizes this person has a habit of complaining and we must do something together so that he has a permanent issue to complain about. So they will create a problem in your body. Now you don't have to move to even the world. You don't have to find an unpleasant situation in the politics, unemployment, mismanagement, corruption, this, that, falana person has earned all his wealth using corrupt means and all that. You don't have to complain anymore. That person is very bad, that person is very good, or whatever you are talking about, right? Then the mind, chittam, along with vacha combined today, they start giving you a problem which is with you. So you don't have to go out. So they work for you. Out of compassion, they create something out of your habit because it is your habit to complain, and they support you. They create multiple problems in your body so that you don't have to go far to make any complaint further. Now you have enough to complain. Understood now? So, those who are of complaining nature, they are going to be 1,000, 2,000, 10,000% more prone to diseases than the ones who are not having any complaints with anyone. So if you want to create a healthy body, stop complaining. Should not have any complaint with anyone, whosoever. This is the beginning of yoga. Okay. Because complaining is also a vritti. Vritti means, and then vritti becomes sanskara, and the sanskara becomes vasana. So if there is a critique inside you, you should look at the vritti. What is your vritti? Because vritti, sanskara, vasana, this is how it goes. Sanskaras we mostly blame our parents for, but let me tell you, not parents are not the only root cause of all your sanskaras. They give you a framework which is almost common to everyone. Almost common to everyone. See, the kind of sanskaras you have gotten, the similar sanskaras, probably, more or less, anyone else has gotten. Hardly anybody would teach their children, no, you must lie. The lying is good. Nobody teaches. But you see, so who taught you to lie? Maybe someday, parents made a mistake. Maybe because of your own fears, you committed a mistake. Then it started becoming a habit. Right? You do it once, your antaratma will tell you that you have done it wrong. And it will yell at you, you have done it wrong. But you continue to do it, antaratma will say, okay, ठीक है भाई, अब इसको बोलना ही बंद करो. I'll not tell. Right? Same way as your teachers, parents, elders, masters work through you. Day 1 they will tell you, day 2 they will tell you, 365th day and they will tell you. After 2 years they will say, ये सुनता नहीं है, छोड़ो ना इसको इसी तरह से रहने दो. Yes or no? So let us understand. We need to create an environment which is conducive for our own growth in our own personal world. The world is very big, by the way. You know? You can be concerned about something which is happening in the universe, then you will be in trouble all the time. मियाँ दुबले क्यों शहर के अंदर से? है ना? So all your diseases, all your problems of body begin at the level of mind. Then you have a chance to rectify them at the level of speech. And if you don't do, then it goes to the body. Okay? So don't make complaints with anyone, including yourself. I don't know why I think like that. I don't know why I do like. I don't know. And why are you complaining to yourself? Take an action. Don't do that. Remove the why and then say the same sentence. Remove that initial prefix, I don't know why, and then say the same sentence. You'll find actionables. You see? You see? Is it not? I don't know why I sleep till late. Remove the I don't know why. And then I sleep late. Then actionable will be out. Stop questioning. The inner teacher will be invoked. The Guru Tattva will speak through you. I don't know why I worry. I don't know. Hatao, I worry. Then what? Don't worry. You see, so simple. You don't have to become a yogi to follow the path of yoga. On the path of yoga, this is what we are supposed to do. Is it clear now? Is it clear now? And you would want me to give the meaning of the other words also. So I'll just complete it roughly so that you don't say that आचार्य जी पूरा नहीं बताया आपने, इसलिए हमारा रह गया, हम योगी नहीं बन पाए. ओके. सो योगेन चित्तस्य पदेन वाचाम मलम शरीरस्य च वैद्यकेन योपाकरो तमम प्रवरम मुनीनाम. यह अपाकरो अपाकरोत अपाकरोत तमम मीन्स तम 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 तमम. तमम माने यहाँ पे होता है दैट, यू. ओके. ऐसा कैसा? यह अपाकरोत, जिसने इसको अंडू कर दिया, यानी the impurities of mind, impurities of language, spoken language, and impurities of body. The three have been undone. That Muni, that sage, Patanjali, I bow down. Patanjalim Pranjalihi Anatosmi. Pranjali means Anjali, Anjali Mudra. Okay. Namaskar Mudra. Pranjali Anatosmi. Anatosmi. मैं Nato. Nato means to bow down. Okay. So I bow down, folding my hands like this, touching my hands, palms together in Anjali Mudra. I bow down to such a Patanjali, such a sage Patanjali. So you all can become Patanjali. Right? How? By working on your mind through yoga, by working on speech, by correcting it, its subject, predicate, verb, noun, etc. And then finally, by taking care of your body through the right kind of food, right kind of body discipline, right kind of habits. Yes or no? To begin with, Patanjali is happy that he could do it. You should also become happy. Right? Right? So I gave you three things. If you understood, good. If you did not, let me repeat. 1. To convert your capacity of mind from brooding to joyous, because you brood over things, to move in a circle rather to move in a straight line. That means you think about one issue only once. Understand? Whatever has happened. You think it over once. Once thought, done. No more thinking about it. This is number 1. Second, correct the language which you are using. Don't use wrong language. Don't use wrong sentences. Use the right kind of sentences. And then you will be enlightened. Each moment the enlightenment will come to you. More actionables can be drawn. You can correct yourself. पढ़ाई सही नहीं चल रही है, नौकरी में मजा नहीं आ रहा है, all those things you stop say. Say the right sentence and you will understand. मुझे चिंता बहुत होती है. अरे चिंता बहुत करते हो बोलो. ठीक है, चिंता की जाती है, होती नहीं है. बगल वाले को तो नहीं हो रही. क्यों नहीं हो रही भाई? करता नहीं है ना. चलो कहते. तो इसको करने से after you have done this, your body will start getting purified from its diseases. तो सभी लोग अपने अपने जीवन में, each one of you should start working on these. so that we can talk about abhyasa next time in a better way. At least this much abhyasa you should take up. Abhyasa means practice. The practice for what? Practice for linear thinking of mind, not circular. Practice for using the right sentences, and practice for keeping your body healthy through right kind of food and right kind of daily routine. And don't blame anyone. So three things I have told, and with these three things I'm sure Patanjali Yoga Sutra will become more clear to you, more fruitful to you, more yielding to you. We will continue to discuss. We have reached the 12th or 14th sutra, whatever it may be. However, let us understand, we will keep coming back. We will keep coming back to this Abhyas Vairagya Abhyamtan Niroda. We'll keep coming back to chitta vritti niroda. Why? You must know what are the vrittis. You should become more and more aware of your own vrittis. You should become more and more aware of what mistakes you are making and what corrective actions you can take rather than blame anyone. Which means accept every situation as an opportunity for growth. As an opportunity for growth. Each one of us gets it. And the ones who overcome it, they are respected and revered. Even if they are lone fighters, even if they succeed or not, but for their efforts, they are rewarded. Acha, I'll give you one last example and then I'll conclude. You see, when two armies are at war, let's say Indo-Pak war, what is the ultimate goal? Ultimate goal is to win over the army. Yes or no? Ultimate goal of this army is to win over that army. Yes or no? Now tell me, who gets Paramveer Chakra, Shaurya Chakra, all that? Do you feel that the Paramveer Chakra is awarded to somebody who has defeated the army? To whom it is awarded? The one who has put his 100% in that effort. Understood? So the award is not in the result. Your award is in your efforts. So you will be called yogi by becoming or achieving that chitta vritti? No. The moment you have started working on yourself, working on your vrittis, working on your language, working on your body, you have already been quoted in quotes, you have already becoming a yogi. Till the time you do so, you are a yogi. Whether you have achieved the samadhi or not, but you are a yogi. Understand? So you are rewarded for your efforts. Always remember, you are not awarded for the highest goal which you would be probably aiming at. Your reward is in your efforts, and especially so in this spiritual journey, and yogi journey of a yoga student. You see, your reward is in your attempt. Your reward is in your giving your 100%. Your reward is in your sincerity. Your reward is in following the text in its letter and spirit, following the instructions of the teacher in its spirit. That is your reward. And reward is not far off. Reward is not far away. Reward is then and there. You see? You don't have to wait कि अब कब होगा, कब आएगा गुरु तत्व हमारे हृदय में, कब प्रकट होगा. अरे तुरंत होगा. यूज द राइट लैंग्वेज, तुरंत होगा प्रकट. Now, so with this, I hope we are done with today's discussion, and we will take up the next sutra with the same zeal and with your own experiences, with your own actionables, which you derived out of this lecture, this 1.5 hour lecture. Whatever you have learned, you should apply. Start applying it, and see that quality of life changes right there, then and there. It doesn't take time, right? Okay, your life will start changing immediately. Life changing means you will start changing. As I said, your life is lived in your mind. Life is only that portion of the cosmos which you give space to in your mind. That is your life, right? So your life changes means your inner world changes, your inner perception changes. That's what will start happening right away. That this inner will translate into the something outer, which is our body, right? Our body will become better. Our speech will become better. Our interaction with others will become better. Hmm. For example, we always find ourselves in such situations, and we use these two words, and so often we use always and never. Okay. For example, and this is a wrong sentence, by the way. See, someone has done some mistake, right? And you come and say, you always do this. You see, you always do this. Is it right? No, it is not right. It is not correct, because many times he does not do or she does not do this mistake. So using word always is wrong there. So the moment you use word you, the word as per the situation, rooted in the reality, in the backdrop of this reality, you must say that. So always and never is not the word to be used. You never understand me. You never care for me. Wrong. Many times you have been understood by the same person. Many times that person has cared for you. So when you say never, are you not creating a wrong ripple in that person's mind? Why? Because your vacha, your spoken language is not purified. Understood? So please take these lessons in your life and implement them. State the facts as they are. Don't color them with your own opinions and your own prejudices and your ignorance. Because sometimes we are ignorant. We don't know what we are speaking. So for now, at least you should be aware of what you are speaking. Analyze it first. And even if you have failed a bit and you have already spoken, then if you recognize that you have made a correction, then you have to make a correction, then go ahead, immediately make a correction and say, no, sorry, I use the word always. You do it only at times. I'm sorry. Understand? That way the yoga starts. Understand? All right. So let's pray and then we'll leave. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayah, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kasyit Dukha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shivoham.